our story. Thank you for remembering to do that. Got it. I got it. Recording in progress. There are several people that couldn't attend this evening, so we're going to send this video on to them afterwards. But my name is Brandon, and my wife her name is Krista, and we have been involved in this industry now for about 10 years. And I wanted to tell you my story real quick and tell you why I'm super excited about this evening, about this company, and about this opportunity. Because this industry, y'all, completely changed our lives. My wife and I have been in singing ministry ever since before we said I do. We've been married for 20 years. And we traveled the country singing and ministering in churches. And about 10 years into our ministry, y'all, we were in probably the worst financial condition that we had been in our entire marriage. We were broke. Like we were broke as a joke, tore up from the floor up, I say. You know, our bank account was in the red more often than it was in the black. We weren't just living week to week, we were living day to day, because we would travel on love offerings, and sometimes there's just not a lot of love in them love offerings, you know. And I remember it because it was my daughter's her 8th birthday, and we didn't have money for the party. We had kids coming over. I was supposed to pick up pizza. I was supposed to pick up the birthday cake. I was supposed to pick up the bicycle that she had asked for, and our account was in the red. We had a car that was falling apart. Like the driver's seat door did not open. You had to crawl through the passenger seat door across just to get in. Y'all, it was really bad. It was falling apart, and I felt completely hopeless, and I felt like a failure as a husband and as a father and as a provider. And I knew that something had to change. My best friend put money in my account that day just so that we could have our birthday party for Savannah. And I knew something had to change. And that's when we found this industry, and this industry completely changed our lives. It was such a huge blessing because it started paying for birthdays, and it started paying for braces that she needed, and it started paying for Christmas, and it started paying bills, and it bought a new vehicle, and it started taking care of our needs in ways that we could never even possibly imagine. And that's when the light bulb went off, and we found a company a couple of years ago that even changed our perspective on things even more, to where we're like, this can not only bless us, but this could bless other people. And we stepped into a completely new season for a while. But here's what I know for sure. When you start getting comfortable, if God has got different plans for you, he's going to get you uncomfortable. And 6 months ago, I came across him about a year ago, but 6 months ago, I started taking a deeper look. It's like everywhere I turned, all I heard and saw was Bravenly. And it was like a fire in a burning bush, you know. It was like God getting my attention, and I didn't want to check them out. I didn't want to like them. I tried to run. I tried to close the phone. Like I tried everything I could do to ignore it. And it's like God would not let me not see it. And it just kept getting a little more of a tug, and a little more of a tug, and a little more of a tug. And I even tried the products, and I didn't want to like the products. I'm like, this is gonna be awful. And I ended up liking the products a lot. And so here I am. I completely walked away from a business that we had spent 2 years building, that was really, really good for us and good to us, not because we didn't love the company or anything else, but we felt that God was leading us here. And so with that, I want to introduce you to my friends, Tim and Carly Foster from Oregon, and they're going to take over. And I just want you to just open up your hearts and listen to what I fell in love with. So take it over, y'all.
Thank you so much, Brandon. I appreciate that intro, and I love hearing your story. You guys, you know this guy, but obviously he's such a man of integrity, you know, and he we have pillars, 3 pillars here at Bravenly. It's courage, integrity, and impact. And that is like literally what he stands for. And the more that I've gotten to know him over time, but especially lately, the more I can just say he is a leader with heart, with strong morals. And, he's here to make that impact, not just in his family lives, but whoever decides to link arms with him. And that's really powerful. We're here for more than just, we're here obviously to help pay for the birthdays and the braces and things like that. But you guys, we have the ability to even make more impact beyond that. And the ripple effect that we can create with a business like Bravenly in a network marketing space where there's a lot of burnout. People are really tired, right? You guys, there's a lot of noise going on, a lot of hype, but at the end of the day, network marketing is a phenomenal space where we can truly transform not just our paychecks, but our self-esteem and have a kingdom impact, right? We can actually help so many different things out there, and this can be the catalyst for it. So I love that he was saying it was like a fire in a burning bush and it wouldn't go away. I'm going to be honest, it probably was Tim wouldn't go away. we worked together, and Tim just absolutely fell in love with Brandon and his story. And so so anyway, I'm going to share a little bit about our story. I'm going to have Tim share a little bit too, because it started with me as a network marketer, right? A lot of times we see females in the industry. What I am seeing at Bravenly, though, is we have a massive amount of men who are coming in. So that is really exciting to me and really cool, because that means that 2 of us too are working together hand in hand, which is like been a dream of mine. And financially, Bravenly is opening up the doors so he can do that, right? We get to do this together. So I'm going to give the short condensed version of my stories, but basically, our little boy is going to turn 10 this year. And it was right after he was born. I had this newborn baby, and we were financially in a really rough spot, you guys. So, similar to the beans, like I didn't have enough money for diapers, right? Didn't have enough money to put, gas in my tank. And I decided I was going to look at one of these things, I'm kind of desperate. I'm like, I really don't want to put my baby in daycare. And in reality, it was going to cost me more to put him in daycare than I'd make in a job. So I'm like, I'm going to look at one of these things. And I jumped into network marketing. Really didn't have a big vision for it. I just wanted a little bit extra so I'd had breathing room. And as I got in, I got that little bit extra. I wasn't really good at it. I always joke I was actually really bad at it at first. But you know what I saw? I saw a vehicle where people truly were setting their families free. Financially free. I saw a vehicle where people started to develop incredible self-esteem and start to live their healthiest lives. And I saw a way for me to make an impact while being at home with my babies. And it started with me seeing that vision and saying, I want that for me, and I want to help other mamas. But then I started to see that daddies needed to stay home too, or daddies needed option too, right? And so it spread, and now it's like, we have friends who want to retire, right? We have all these we see all these needs, and we see people who are stuck in jobs that they don't want to be in. Or maybe they love their job, but they want to take the vacation, right? Or they want to build the home. And we know that we have an option here for people. And so, that first company was great, but I knew that there was one thing missing in that company. And it was that my team wasn't winning. And I can tell you over the last 10 years, I've been at a few companies, and it's always been incredibly important to me that I would see that there was really powerful products, right? Like it needs to be product based, or, it is one of those things. It's super important that the products are impactful, that they're healthy, that the ingredients are clean, right? We'll talk more about that. The second thing would be obviously culture, you guys. Culture has to be a place where everybody matters. It is not just about who's the top leader, who's bringing in the most volume, right? That's not it, because we're here to touch souls, right? We're here to find these people and to show them that we see the gold and the value inside of them. And that's a big part of it. And you know what? I can do that. He can do that. But it's a lot easier to do it when it comes from the top, right? And that's something we have here at Bravenly, is that we start at the very top of the company. We have people who genuinely care about the people over the profit. Here's spoiler alert. You put people first, the profit comes. You love people, the profit comes, right? We rise by lifting others. There's no truer words ever spoken. And so Bravenly believes in that. It's a faith-based company, which is phenomenal, right? So, it's all inclusive. You don't have to share our faith, but we're going to be unapologetic about it, right? Because guess what? When God's hand is on it, his favor's on it. And we're not going to turn away from that. And then also, you guys, comp plan, being paid well, right? That was really important to me. And so, and I'll get a little bit more to the at the end, but what I can tell you guys is that one of the reasons that I had looked for different companies, right, trying to find that company that would be good for my people, because in a lot of places I was the only one winning. And you guys, I'm not going to make money off the backs of my people. If they're not winning too, then it is not what it should be. And so I needed a comp plan that didn't just pay the leaders. I needed a comp plan that was really fair and that people could come in, and that mama who needed to make a little extra money for gas, she was going to actually make it, not go backwards on auto ships, not go backwards trying to get to that dream of the future. That wasn't okay with me. And you know what? We found that at Bravenly. It is wildly different here. So basically our story is that we started for gas and diapers, got to the place where we were making six plus figures, walked away from 6+ figures, not once, but twice, because you know what, at the end of the day, our piece is not worth a paycheck. And I refused to compromise. We refused to compromise certain things. So when it came down to it, it was like, we have some non-negotiables, and guess what met those non-negotiables? Bravenly, right? And so ended up coming into Bravenly. And I'm going to tell you right now, my thought was like, I was pretty exhausted. I'd been in the industry a while. I felt a little bit beat up, a little bit disappointed by some stuff. You know, things can be good, they can change, you know, that happens. But I was just thinking, I'm pretty tired. I don't feel like I have a lot to give, but I feel like God is calling us here. And my story is similar to Brandon's in the fact that I didn't want to like Bravenly. I didn't want to like the products. I was actually mad when everything was so great. I was like, ah, because I was trying to be resistant to this calling. But I'm going to tell you, I came in very weary, very tired, saying, I don't know what I have in me, but you know what? If we could just make a little bit of impact for our family, just a little bit. And, you know, God had other plans, because guess what? There's a lot of people out there just like us who are saying, hey, wait, that's what I want too. That's what I want too, right? They want the ability to be able to do network marketing right. They want the ability to walk into something where it's not massive hustle culture, massive burnout, where, you know, people are going backwards instead of not making, you know, money, where at the end of the month, it's just like, you know, you're having to juggle and it's too much, right? But people are looking for network marketing done right, the difference in the industry. And, you know, I can tell you, I've been here a year, and Bravenly is actually truly the change. And I hope a lot of other companies do the same, but I can tell you, this is the first company that I found that truly is a catalyst for change in an industry that could be so dang good. And we're going to claim it back for good, right? We're going to claim this industry back for good, because we can make that impact. We can help those families. This was a company that was created during the pandemic for a time like now, for what we as a society are walking into, and Bravenly is an answer for so many people. And I get so passionate because we're so excited about what we're doing here, you guys. And being here a year and being a skeptic and being worried that, you know, like, okay, you know, this is good, but I'm sure the shoe's going to drop. Something bad's going to be around the corner. The more that I look behind the curtain, the more that I explore, the more I, you know, would meet corporate, meet the people, you know, have the products, look into everything, look into ingredients, the more I'm like, dang, like they actually, you know, under promised and over delivered. This is better than the picture they painted for me. And that feels really good. So one of the coolest things about Bravenly is, you know, we are very family oriented. And, you know, this has been a place where Tim's always helped. He's always been supportive. He's always been part of what we're doing. But this is one of the first times that he's actually stepped in and really built alongside with me. And so, Tim, I would love for you to just share, you know, your perspective on that.
Well, yeah, the cool thing about this has been that when we came over here, like Carly said, very reluctant. It was not what we expected, and the timing was crazy. But at that moment, I was like, you know, she doesn't have, it felt like a lot left in the tank right then. So I thought, you know what, I would love to come alongside of her. And I've owned my own business for a long time, but it's really hard on my body. So I was like, it'd be amazing if we could actually work together. But to what I didn't even think it'd actually be possible or happening. But now all of a sudden I'm finding that there is a place for couples to work together, or men to work in this industry, in this company, because the products work, and they work in areas that we as men also need. I mean, the product I'm going to talk about later is one of my favorite things in the world now. And so when it's something that is so good and has changed your life for the better, yeah, you want to talk about it. You want to share this with everybody. I've had the privilege of bringing a few of my friends into this, and they've all been like, well, I thought that's what your wife was doing. And I was like, not anymore, dude. We're doing this together. And so then they look at it and they see it from a different standpoint. And one of the cool things has been that, like she said, I've always been like there to support her in any way I can, whether it was watching the kids during a Zoom or doing the mail run, taking out samples, whatever I could do to help her. But this is actually something that I've been able to now come alongside her and help build a team with her. And part of that goes back to when I met Brandon. We went over and what's funny is he tried not to get me to go see them. They were going to be singing in Oregon, and he was like, no, do not come see me. And I was like, no, I will be there. And I went home and I was amazed, because I was like, this is a guy who, if we ever had a chance to work with him, that's who we would want to work with, because he is in complete alignment with what our belief system is. And so, yes, he said that burning bush would not go away. And we had plenty of talks about things through time, but it's been so cool to see what God has done and how he's been able to allow me to come alongside and work with Carly in different ways. So
Yeah.
that's like the short of it.
Yeah. And it's been awesome. And, together we, work better, right? Whether it's a team or a spouse. And, it's been cool because we've been able to go to the very top of this company and hit the top rank of the company. Like, this is the first time that, I've been a leader in the industry, but the first time I was able to hit the very top rank. And I know that a big part of that is because, we've been able to align and have incredible people who have the same heartbeat that we do to join forces with us. So anyway, you guys, we're going to talk just a little bit about the product. We're going to be brief, but I do want you guys to understand what this is. These are the best of the best, you guys. These are naturopathic formulated products. They're extremely clean. They're extremely green. There's a lot of, go ahead.
Carly, let me say real quick that I asked specifically, we talked earlier, and I'm like, let's not do slides. Let's not, I want y'all, and I think you can probably already start to see the heart here. What attracted me even before the products was the heart of this company and the heart of the people. And I forgot to even say, you came in a year ago and you're already like the number 3 earner. And I think it's God's blessing, on your heart and your motivation to want to help people. So I forgot to mention that we're going to be very informal tonight. We threw the slides away and we're just talking with y'all. And but these products are powerful. And when Tim sent me the whole box, like I said, I didn't even want to try them. I didn't even want to like it. I got a pretty box with all kinds of goodies in it, and the products just ended up confirming what I had already experienced, and that was heart. So anyways, I wanted to say that we're not doing slides and fancy stuff tonight. We're just being us. That's all.
And I love that. I would rather pull up a chair, you know what I mean? Sit around a table, drink a cup of coffee with you guys and have a conversation than to be like, and now would you like to see my PowerPoint? You know what I mean? I'm just like, I think we're all tired of that. I think we're ready to just be real people.
Real, not real.
And here's the thing: if you guys feel drawn to this company and drawn to this, we're a family. We create a community, and it's pretty special. And it is just, we do life together. And so, we're getting ready to go to a party at my upline's house. He's the top of the company, and guess what? He invited everybody, the entire company, to his house. Obviously that can't continue because it's, their company's getting bigger and bigger, but that's the heart. It's not like only this level can attend the party. It's literally like everybody's welcome. We're all just going to have a blast. Tim's going to barbecue in some weird American short flavor.
No.
Well, and when you say that, this is what's funny. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting, then you're going to But no, Tim came to Texas a couple of months ago, and this is when I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot leave what I got going on. Stop knocking on it. Do not come to Texas, and he took me to, it was a small Meet Bravenly party in Frisco, Texas. And I came home and I told Chris, I'm like, This was like nothing I've experienced in the industry before. This was like small church. And Tim and I, like, we relate on that church level because they're both pastors' kids, you know. But I'm like, it was like small, it was good. It felt good. Like the owner of the company saw me and knew my name and came up and talked with me. You know, it was like family, without pretense, without what somebody can do for you or how much volume they can add. It was real. And I'm a sucker for real, you know, that'll get me every time. So yes, I totally agree with, it's like a party. It's like family party. It's a barbecue.
It's a barbecue with lots of snacks.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
I do have to bring on Tim. Tim is like, I can be really driven and really passionate, you guys, and I'm ready to go change the world. Tim is like, if you got feelings, if you want to talk about that stuff, I mean, he is like literally, we complement each other well because he's a good guy. He'll hunt you down in Texas.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. Brings like, yes, he will. So yeah, we'll just go over products real briefly, you guys. But you know, here's the thing: products are important because at the end of the day, you know, our businesses are propelled by products that people want. You guys, we have a 70% reorder rate. That's huge. And the reason that we do is because these products make an impact. These are not the, ooh, we're going to like jack you up for 3 days and you're going to feel it. And then all of a sudden, like you're going to have a negative result. Like these are like deal with the root cause of the issues.
Mhm.
And I felt like the Lord was telling me that, you know, he was not going to bless the company with me in it, right? He wasn't going to bless that unless it was aligned with true health, right? With the ability to really transform our bodies from the inside out. And so I'm going to go over these real quick. We got a few testimonies we're going to throw in, but we'll keep it brief. And we're going to start with Rush. Rush is one of our top sellers, you guys. Rush is a vitamin infused energy drink. Okay. If you're going to look at the ingredients in this, it is phenomenal. It's like you can look at a rock star and whatever, it's got a lot of junk in it. This is not just going to give you energy, it's going to boost your mood, it can help with weight loss and appetite suppressant, right? It has all those things, but on top of it, you guys, it's infused with vitamins, methylated vitamins, you guys. So if you know what MTHFR is, guys, like our company is what they're doing, right? Like they're using real vitamins, not synthetic. You know, if you were to like actually go through and dig through the ingredients, you guys, your mind's going to be blown because these are things you want in your body. You know, these things this will make you feel better. So it's energy drink. Oh, by the way, our stuff actually tastes good, like really good. Like I'm not just making it up. You know, you're just like, yeah, it tastes good, and then you're like, but you got to mix it with 14 different things to make it decent. So then this is Rush. Okay, this is our original. It only has 40 milligrams of caffeine, so you can actually sip on it, right? This is something that you can have. Yeah, now I know we're all getting to the pina colada, right? I didn't bring up my pina bag, but we don't need to. But I'm going to tell you real quick. We have that, but then we have Rush Extreme. For those of you that want extra energy, these are so delicious and they are incredible. And this is great flavor. Now we're going to let Brandon talk to you about pineapple flavor.
I mean, and I've not even tried grape yet, but I have been sipping on the pina colada flavor, the pineapple flavor since April, I think, and I can't get enough of it. It's incredible. So if you've seen my pineapple floating around, it is filled with this incredible energy drink, but it doesn't give you the jitters, you know, it doesn't give you that, you know, stimulant buzzed high feeling that so many of those energy drinks that are filled with all of that does. It's just really clean energy, but it tastes great. Like I find myself wanting more throughout the day because it tastes so good. Yeah. This is the real deal, and it's perfect for like the middle of the day, or perfect if you're not a coffee drinker but you want that kind of energy. I am a coffee drinker, but I've literally traded in my second cup of coffee in the mornings for this. So it's real. It's the deal.
Yeah, it's great stuff, you guys. And you know, we're seeing a lot of weight loss results from it. If you don't need weight loss, you can drink it. It's not going to melt you away to nothing, but at the same time, it is an incredible appetite suppressant. So if I'm sitting there, I'm like, I really want to eat my kids cookies, I can grab a pina or a grape. Or if I'm not wanting very much caffeine, I'll grab, you know, like the strawberry, blue raspberry, and I'll just kind of sip on those, you guys. And they're delicious. They make you feel good. There's a mood boost factor to them. So they're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. So next I'm going to talk to you guys about Balance. Balance is a 9-in-1 greens. Greens are really popular right now. You're going to see that. It's got your probiotic, your prebiotic. It's going to deal with gut health. It's going to detox. It's going to, boost your metabolism. This does a whole lot of stuff. And it really, it really helps you feel good. And so this one, it's funny because with our super, super crunchy folk who are really, really into like gut health and stuff, this is their main product. This is their favorite. So anyway, that's another good one. Next we have, I'll just go over this one real quick. Drift. Drift is our sleep cocoa. What do you think of Drift?
I think it's great. I think that for the longest time, nothing had ever worked really. And I remember the night that you gave it to me, you said, you want to try this? And I said, it's not going to work. And I sat down to just watch something. And next thing you know, I woke up the next morning on the couch.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Once he's asleep on the couch, he's not.
I was like, I don't remember what happened, but I was gone.
It takes about 30 minutes,
Yeah.
but then you're out. So
and it tastes great.
Be prepared. Yeah. We add a little cream to this. It's super good. I like sweet cocoa, so I'll even add like a few drops of stevia or sweetened cream. So amazing. So, okay. And then I'm going to go through these guys real quick. Calm helps with anxiety. I make no medical claims here, but you pop a few of these and it's really going to help. Like when I'm in the car with Tim and he's driving. So we'll just leave it at that. Burn. Oh my gosh, you guys, burn is incredible. So it helps regulate your blood sugar. We are seeing a lot of weight loss results personally using these products, but burn is a huge factor because what it does is it regulates it, like you have insulin resistance. And if you want to know if you have it, go look up insulin resistance. I can tell you a lot of people do. This has been phenomenal for helping us with weight loss because sometimes it's a blood sugar issue. So this is one to look into. This is not a stimulant, by the way. When it said burn, I thought it was going to be some thermogenic. It's not, but it is phenomenal. Drive can help you balance hormones. A lot of people who are dealing with hormone related weight issues, this is the magic bullet. But it's also called Drive for a reason, okay? And it says, I didn't realize this, it said take 10 minutes before activity. You guys, I thought that meant like before like a jog or something. Took me like 6 months to figure it out. Anyway, it's a libido booster, so yay for that one.
As well.
Yeah. See, we're gonna just breeze through these, but the products are, like I said, they're great. And the cool thing, the naturopathic doctors that created these made sure that they would work together synergistically. Now, obviously, you don't want to take, all the things with caffeine at once, right?
Yeah.
But with that said, like, you're not going to get too much ashwagandha or, any one product. Like, and I do want to say, like, these are triple tested for heavy metals, you guys. Like, we are sourced ethically, organically, when possible, which is almost always, you guys. They're phenomenal things. So here we go. Ignite. This one will give you this boost of energy. It gives you focus. It's a nootropic. This one just feels really good. If you take this with a Rush Extreme, do it before a workout. I always burn significantly more calories. My Apple Watch proves it. But I love this, just like, especially if you don't want to drink something, this is a great boost of energy and focus. And then we're going to end with one of our very, very favorites. And I'm going to give the details. I'm going to let Tim and then Brandon are going to talk about this one. Okay. So first off, it smells and tastes. It smells like snickerdoodle cookies. It tastes like Grandma's Spice Kitchen. It's phenomenal. I like to drink this at night when I'm really hungry and I want to go eat like all the ice cream in the freezer. I'll grab one of these instead and I'm good. But it has, check this out, apple cider vinegar and turmeric. Okay, go look those up. Those are phenomenal, but usually you cannot stomach them. So how they made them taste like cookies, I do not know. But I'm going to leave it at that because we're going to let Tim tell you his testimony and then I'll hand it over to you, Brandon.
Yeah, so first of all, I do want to say, going back to the Ignite and the burn, I've been taking it after every meal and it has changed drastically. Lost about 21 pounds now. And in the last, I saw a picture of myself and I was like, oh, there we go. It's either we have to accept one thing or another. I was like, okay, it's time for me to start working out. But the going to the gold, I have terrible knees. I've already actually had talked to a specialist about how young are you able to get a knee replacement, blah blah blah. And then he said, yeah, you're way too young. So I was like, okay. So the anyway, we what was it, last year, my knees were killing me
And you're back.
and my back, and we were going to go on a trip, family trip, one of Brandon's favorite places, Disneyland. And and then I told Carly, I was like, I gotta go to the chiropractor. I gotta find a chiropractor to even go on the trip. And then she's like, why don't you ever try the Gold? And I tried it. I did go to the chiropractor, but I tried the Gold, and literally from that point on till now, I take it every day religiously. I just missed it a couple days. I went rafting. I forgot to take some. I was needing it. I came back home, and that's one of the things I wanted to see them or get the most was the Gold. And I can tell you, it has changed everything. I don't go to the chiropractor like I was or at all. And I feel good. I hike now all the time. Brandon thought all I did in life was snowboard because everything started feeling better. And when you feel better, you want to do more things, or you want to do the things that you used to do or used to enjoy. And I was like, this has given me a whole new lease on life. And I'm thrilled to be totally backing that one. That's my favorite product of all of them. I said, if the company was to take away everything, I would buy the Gold, the patent, and have it for myself, because I love it so much.
Well, and from like a perspective of being his wife, like he would like grunt when he got off the couch. He got out of bed and he was like kind of walking, like when we go places, you could tell he was in so much pain because he was starting to limp. Okay. Like, your guy here's 39. Like, seriously, that's too young for him to just be, it was one of those things where I was really worried about it. And so to watch that noticeable transformation of somebody like, oh my gosh, he's hurting all the time in complete misery, to being able to snowboard with our son, you guys, and it's not just him. We're seeing incredible transformations with people, like what this is doing for people's body. There are more things I could tell you, but we don't have time, and I can't make medical claims, but just trust me, like it's doing some magic for people. But also because it's anti-inflammatory, all the women on my team joke that it's like Spanx for your face because we all get cheekbones because it helps with the inflammation. So like there's an aesthetic part to that too that we're all about. So Brandon, I want you to share what you guys are experiencing.
Well, first of all, I might need to take the Calm for Disneyland. I might be able to get through that day just a little bit easier. I'm going to try that next time the girls drag me to the most magical place on earth. So when I tried all the products, when we got that box in, we were off the road for about 4 or 5 weeks. And so we drastically took that time and kind of cleaned up our diet, so we did our part too. But I took the Gold, and I took the Rush, and I took the Ignite. And I had never had like bloating come off my body so quick and inflammation come off my body so quick. I'm not even gonna I had weight loss. I'm not even gonna tell you what that is, because it's not about the number. It was literally about how quick my body responded to getting rid of the inflammation. I literally shirts that I was barely wearing at the beginning of the month, I couldn't wear because they were too big at the end of the month. It was really kind of crazy. And Krista started taking the Gold, and she also has some jacked up knees. I think she's on, but she took off her makeup already, so she's not going to get on the video. but so she's on though. But she got she spent several years in CrossFit, just crazy competitions. But the result of that is that she's got some pretty jacked up knees now because of it. And the Gold literally did some radical things to her to where she could, walk easier. Just we're in Hawaii and we're just going. She was doing great, didn't have any knee issues at all. The days that she doesn't take it, if she forgets for a couple days, like, she can kind of start to really feel the difference, so now she's like, I'm not gonna ever not take the Gold, because this stuff is really, really good, because it just takes out the inflammation. And we have been traveling all summer, like we've been in the car for hours and hours and hours. And she was talking about how, she gets out of the car and she's fine. Her ankles aren't swollen from just you know, the inflammation of traveling and just all that, you know, that you get. Like, this stuff has been doing great for us as we have been traveling. And the thing is, I think, and Carla and I have talked about this a lot, we get so fixated on in society about, you know, the next weight loss plan and the next, you know, whatever to lose weight, and how much weight you lost, you know, this week. And I was like, I'm done with that. I just want to feel good. You know, I just want to feel good. I want the inflammation gone and all of that. And that's what these products have done for us, and just started making us feel good again, to where you can go into life being a better you. And who does not need that in their life? Who does not need to feel better, you know? And that's what I love about these products is they're helping people transform their health and transform their lives. It's like that one, it's Carla, you said it that one day, when you address the core issue, it starts fixing all the other things in your life, you know, and that's what these products do. So I'm super excited about that. I'm supposed to close, right? Or did you have something else you wanted to say? I forgot what.
I have one more thing, and then I'll go ahead and have you officially close this out. But I love that you said that. Yeah, you guys, it deals with the core issues. It helps with what's wrong. And sometimes if you're getting healthy in the right way, then guess what? Weight loss is a natural effect of that. And that's what we're seeing. And, you know, so fixing what's broken, weight loss, getting into your best version of you is going to happen through dealing with whatever is broken inside of you, right? Obviously, again, no medical claims, but this is.
And that could be like not sleeping great at night.
Yep.
Mhm.
It could be
For that,
hormones.
or feeling anxiety because Disneyland is coming. You know, we got something for that. It's more than just weight loss. It's just, you know, it's like lifestyle tools for, you know, your daily life, just to live it
And
the best.
70% reorder doesn't lie, guys. Like, this is, we, you know, we're mostly customer based. Like, you know, the brand partners, if you look at like the, you know, the ratio to brand partners to customers, that's a healthy company when it's customer led, because people want the products. And so I love that. And we're going to continue to innovate. Aspen is very, very active at looking at what the trends are, not the trends as in height, but like truly the health trends, right? The things that are going to make an impact. And so they're on it. So you guys are going to continue to see really cool innovations come from Bravenly, products that are going to make an impact, you guys. And so that's exciting as well. So anyway, I'm going to kind of finish up with this, but I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about timing and what you have in front of you here. So you're going to find, first off, we're not pushy, because we don't have to be.
Yeah.
This company is something where we truly, like, we are like, the people who are supposed to be here will come. And we have a comp plan that rewards the right behaviors, meaning like, we don't have like holes to fill or gaps. Like, we are volume based. So you know what that means? That means that all the work that you put in, every single person that comes on your team, every customer, you're going to get paid for that. And you're going to get paid really well. We pay 55% back to the field. Okay. The average company pays 35%. We actually are closer to 58, 59, but Aspen likes to keep it low because, you know, she's like, hold on. Because she's very much, again, the, you know, under promise, over deliver, but we pay very, very, very well. The way that we can do that is a few things, right? We don't buy leaders.
Yeah.
Right. The people that come over here come over because they believe in the vision. They love what we have here. And you know what? They see that they want to be a part of the change and the catalyst for change in the network marketing space, right? Again, we're claiming this place back for good. And so we don't buy leaders. That's a huge line item. When your leaders are being bought, they got to spend that money on buying those leaders, flying them to corporate, doing all those things versus giving that money to the field. And I'm going to tell you, even from a leader's perspective, I want my people to be happy more than I need a bridge or to be bought, right? And so I love that we don't do that at all. You know, we don't do the shiny corporate, you know, headquarters. We are good stewards of our money. And you know what? The money goes where it should. It goes into product development, or, you know, product ingredients, and richly rewarding the field for the hard work that they do. And I love that. And it's very balanced. It doesn't all go to the leaders, which, you know, I think is vital, because, you know, to be a working machine, we all need to be paid well for what we do, right? So again, we have had 700% growth in the last year, you guys. This is what's so cool, is right now you have an opportunity in your hands to be a part of the next 8 company. We will be that company on everyone's lips because we've done it right, right? it is phenomenal what's happening. 700% growth is a big deal, but still, you ask the people in your network, most people won't have heard of Bravenly, or they'll only heard little murmurings. I have a calendar, Brandon, I'll give that to you. You can share this with your people, but it shows how many people are in each state, and it's tiny in comparison to where we're going to be.
Yeah.
This will turn into a $1 billion company, but right now we're at those baby stages. We're at home church stages. I'm going to call it, I like that. We're at home church stages. And so you guys get to have a seat at the table. Your voice gets to be heard. You get to be in that place where you get to help not just be a part of the beginning stage, but to help form it, your ideas. And our corporate staff listens. They care what you think. I care what you think. Brandon cares what you think. And that is a really cool and powerful place to be, right? And again, this is faith-based company. And I absolutely believe that as long as we continue to put our faith in him and allow God to steer the show, we will continue to walk out in the extreme abundance that we've had here.
Mm-hmm.
I have never seen anything like this. And you guys should get really excited. So again, like if this isn't for you, that's great. We're going to cheer you on whatever you do. But if you're feeling that like in your belly where you're like, okay, one of two things, you're like, oh my gosh, I know I'm supposed to do this. Or maybe you're like Brandon and I, like, I don't want to, but it doesn't go away. And you're supposed to, right? There's one of the two, right? If you feel in that, you guys, we have a place for you at our table. We are so excited to grow something big and beautiful with all of you that feel called. You guys, this is going to be a phenomenal build. We're going to do something special. We're going to make a huge impact together. And for those of you that decide that you want to join us, you guys, welcome to the family. I'm so excited. We want to get to know each and every one of you, because we're going to do life together and we're going to transform some lives together. So Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and pass it to you guys. Thank you so much for being on here. I appreciate all of you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. And Tim and Carly, thank you for being with us tonight too. I love you all so much. Coming to your house soon. Come in your house. Hey, y'all, if you're interested in any of this, and just message me, reach out to me. I'd love to share with you more about it. In the end, this industry is really about sharing things that you love with people that you love. And that's why we're sharing this product, is because we love it. And I've fallen in love with this company, and I can't wait to share it with all of my friends, because I believe that it can be a very huge blessing in your life. And I can't wait to see what it's going to do for you, for me, for all of us, in all the aspects, And so whether it is just a product that you heard about tonight, or whether it is, hey, I want to know more about the company, tell me some more, just shoot me a message and let's get on the phone and talk about it. I'd love to visit with you and share with you more. So thank you for spending the evening with us and taking out time out of your busy evening and your schedule to hop on. And hey, know that God loves you and we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. All right. So have a good evening. Thank you so much. Bye.